what I've realized is this: the reason why men are not gentlemen anymore and chivalry is dead is because, honestly, I think women killed it. Because being a nice guy is no longer rewarded with good treatment from women. Typically, when you're a nice guy, women treat you like shit.
That's a bad woman.
No.
What was that?
That's a bad woman.
I guess it's hard for us to relate
That's a
to
bad
this
woman?
Yeah, that's
if we're the minority.
Okay, how about all those guys that you have in friend zone right now that treat you well?
Well, they're not buying me anything. They're just being friends.
Which is being what? Nice, courteous, exemplifying some chivalrous traits,
Okay.
more than likely.
Well, they probably haven't
What does that
said
got in them?
anything
Blue
about
ball,
what they
then
really want. There's a difference
would you
too.
fuck them if they came out with it? The answer is no.
I hate the
Nope.
answer. Would
The
I
answer is
fuck
no.
them? No. Would
Okay.
I think about having a relationship
So
with them?
thank you. This is why being chivalrous backfires a lot of
I don't
times.
understand.
You don't understand because you're a woman.
Everything you needed to know about how good men are treated by women today was in the video you just watched. Modern women have said it loud and clear. We don't just find good men unattractive, we actually hate them. Good men these days are more likely to be taken advantage of, abused, and disrespected than at any other point in history. And now, men are leaving the dating pool in massive numbers because feminism has completely destroyed any desire in men to be kind, chivalrous, and courteous. What's the point in trying to be a good man if you're just going to be labeled a hateful misogynist for merely existing? It wasn't always like this. A few decades ago, women had reasonable standards for men. It was a simpler time when women treated men with respect and didn't impose impossible expectations on them. And finding a partner wasn't difficult. As a man, you were expected to be a hard-working gentleman with a job. If you just did that, then you'd have dating opportunities. Women would want to date you. Even if you weren't a top 10% man, you could at least get dates. And the courtship process was easy too. You'd go for a walk in the park. No money spent. You'd open the door for her. You'd pull the chair out and make sure she gets home safely. These are basic things most men have absolutely no problem doing. My grandparents' first date was a zero-cost walk along the river to watch the sunset on a Sunday evening. He was a few inches shorter than her and she didn't care. She liked him anyway. They got to know each other. He walked her home and asked her if she'd like to see him again. She said yes, and that's how their time together began. This kind of situation in today's world almost sounds like a fantasy novel. But before we go any further, let me share the comment of the day. Shout out to Jerry C5743, who said, "We are not in a dating crisis. Women are." This is a great comment that sums it all up. Please, don't forget to reach out to us by email to claim your $5. As usual, guys, I'll pick one comment from each video. It may be the funniest, the most liked, or one that touched me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you may be our next winner. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons too, as it helps a lot. Now, back to the video.
Embrace your masculinity.
That was then. This is now. And times have changed in the worst ways imaginable. Now, most women will laugh in your face if you suggest a walk along the river. It's not enough to be a hardworking man with a job. You need to be making $100K, $300K, $500K just to be considered a viable option. And now, women absolutely need to have their 6'3" Prince Charming, or she'd rather have cats. Chivalry has died a horrible death thanks to feminism. Now, if you were on a date and you decided to pull the chair out, she'd say, "Don't belittle me, I'm not a housewife." And if you tried to open the door for her, she'll embarrass you in public and label you an oppressive misogynist. Now, there are still women who love chivalrous men. But to those ladies, I say this. Sorry ladies, you can thank feminism for this. Today, it's too much of a risk to be a kind, chivalrous man. Feminism took something beautiful and destroyed it to fuel their ego. Enjoy the abusive bad boys who will do nothing but pump and dump you. You earned it. Men are realizing now more than ever that women don't appreciate good men. You're either a bad boy or you're a simp. To women, those are the only two categories she's going to put you into. And because most men prefer to be virtuous and do good in today's world, they would rather walk away from women than be the asshole bad boy just to get her approval. And nobody could blame them. Here's how a good man gets treated today.
The whole time I was seeing him, I was kind of just using it as a psychology experiment, and I didn't really like the guy. I more just wanted to see if I could break his heart. I like humbling men.
You like humbling men?
Yeah, it's like my pastime.
You do work at a strip club, so do you humble men there?
No, I take their money.
Not cool. Not fucking cool.
And girls wonder why they can't find nice guys. It's because girls like this ruin it. That is like major narcissistic behavior fueled by like a disgusting girl boss, angry feminist culture. Take it down a peg. Somebody commented and said, "This is why Andrew Tate exists." You're not wrong. Somewhere a villain origin story has begun. Yeah, I want to hear the guy's side of this. I'd lose my crap.
This is what you get if you're kind. You'll get women who push their boundaries and disrespect you so openly that she'll make you look like a fool. And if you stay with her over the long term, you'll end up feeling like one too. Today, women can't make the distinction between a nice guy and a good man. A nice guy is a weak, unassertive man who's only being nice to her in order to sleep with her. A good man is a man who's kind while having boundaries and self-respect. And modern women hate men with self-respect because it means they won't put up with her BS anymore.
Kill me for this, but women hate for a man to know his worth. I said it, yeah. We don't like that shit. Nigga come around thinking he know his worth. Oh, he too good for this, he too good for that. A man that know his worth ain't gonna let us play with him. And I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that.
But the problem is that modern women mistake a good man's kindness for weakness. She'll shit test him all day long and eventually leave, straight into the arms of the bad boys she's been fantasizing about. And this is something I find unbelievable. The extent to which women will consistently deny that they'll choose to bang bad boys. It's as if modern women are allergic to the truth or something. Men have been making the rational decision to ignore what women say and observe what they respond to for years. Because women often say that she wants a nice guy, but what she really means is she'll settle for a nice guy if there's no other option. But then she'll either fantasize about banging Tyrone and be angry at you because you're not him, or she'll bang Tyrone while she's with you anyway. And for anyone out there who says that the whole women wanting bad boys thing is just a myth, let me introduce you to a term. Hybristophilia. This is a term to describe a sexual interest in criminals. And you know who almost all the hybristophiliacs are? Women. That's right. A man can commit multiple homicides, get sent to jail, and he'll have women wanting to bang him. Not just in spite of his crimes, but because of them. Remember Ted Bundy? For those of you who don't know, he was this cold-hearted murderous psychopath in the 1970s. He was a bit of a weird case because unlike most serial killers, he was handsome and charismatic. Along with his victims who were all female, he was able to charm the judge and jury with his wit and good looks. He was eventually executed by electric chair, but before he received fan mail. A lot of it. And it was the most sexually explicit and horny stuff you can imagine. Women would send him fan mail, many of which included nude pictures or marriage proposals. Groupies would even show up to the courtroom wearing hoop earrings with their hair parted down the middle. They did this to look like his victims and catch his attention. There's even a book about this phenomenon called Women Who Love Men Who Kill by Sheila Eisenberg. That's right, it happened so regularly that a book was written about it. And if you were on the internet under a decade ago, you'll remember the time a photo of a convicted criminal went viral because he was so handsome. The guy's name was Jeremy Meeks, and women even set up a GoFundMe raising up to $900,000 to support this guy. He was a total piece of shit, but that didn't stop women going crazy for the handsome bad boy. Now, where was the support for a good man being wrongfully accused of a crime he didn't commit? Those women don't give a shit about that. They care about what makes them feel the feels. That's all it is. Don't listen to what women say. Pay attention to what they do. And they don't appreciate a good man anymore. If you pay attention to how a woman acts, you will notice this. There are countless horror stories of good men who treated their wives and girlfriends like a queen, only to be cheated on for no reason down the line. It's psychologically a proven fact that being nice all the time to a woman kills attraction. And when that attraction fades, women either choose to either cheat or get divorced. This is especially true if she lives in a country where a social assistance system and support of all kinds is available. This makes it so much more painful for the good man to kick her out of the house because society favors women when it happens. And the worst thing about this is the hypocrisy. In the West, modern women are criticizing men for being toxic and oppressive while at the same time being attracted to men who exhibit masculine characteristics. Andrew Tate is a great example of a guy who's masculine and dominant, and these women absolutely can't stand it. Not because of the reasons they talk about. They don't hate him just because they think he's gross or a misogynist. They hate him because many of those women are probably attracted to him, and it all goes against their feminist propaganda so much that they can't stand it. They would have to change their whole worldview if they admitted to finding that toxic masculinity so attractive. Here are the 4 delusional steps modern women take when it comes to dating men. Step 1. Say you want nice guys. Step 2. Go for the bad boys. Step 3. Ask where have all the good ones have gone. Step 4. Blame men. This is what it comes down to. Women prefer bad boys even though they're more likely to do the old pump and dump routine, but she can't think that far ahead. There's another reason why this is absolutely true. You can get a solid grasp of the values of a certain demographic by looking at what they spend their money on. Women spend their money on makeup, so they value beauty. Men spend their money on watches because they know that status is important in this society. And we also know how things are in society by how well certain movies do in box offices and what books sell more than others. And for any woman who says that they women don't like bad boys, let me ask you this. Do you know how much money 50 Shades of Grey made when the book came out? This is a book about a billionaire who ties up his secretary and spanks her all over the place. The book, as of this moment, has sold over 125 million copies. The movie made over $569 million worldwide. That's enough proof right there. Now, I have a question. Why do women keep nice guys around that she isn't even attracted to when she's fantasizing about the Chads and Tyrones? Well, here's something I wish men all over the world can realize. Women crave attention and validation. And nice guy beta bobs giving her all of the attention means that she's getting what she wants for free. A bad boy is a toxic douche, but she can't stop thinking about him because he stands up to her and doesn't give her everything she wants. Any man with some experience will tell you that one of the most destructive things you can do for a relationship is to give a woman everything she wants. Eventually, she won't have anything to attack you for, and she'll even end up resenting that. Men leaving the dating pool is no surprise to anyone who knows what they're talking about. Women don't appreciate a good man or even know what one looks like. The best thing you can do as a man is what you've likely already done. You've said enough of the bullshit and you've decided to work on yourself instead of living to please women. You aren't chasing approval like most men anymore, and you've adopted the way of the superior man. Most men will never reject a woman and will take every opportunity they can get. But take a look at this guy in the next clip. Don't judge a book by its cover. This guy is a cold-blooded Sigma deep down.
Okay, so rock, paper, scissors, shoe. And if you win, you get to kiss me. Are you ready?
No, I'm good. I gotta go.
You're good?
Yeah.
How do you belong to them?
Eventually, the same women who've been asking, where have all the good men gone, are going to be faced with some hard life choices and painful reflections when reality comes knocking at their door. They're going to be wanting back all the good men they rejected in their 20s when Chads are finished with her. And the best thing you can do is improve your value as a man, have self-respect, and say no. Unlike women, men can actually recognize quality when we see it. A good woman is a woman who values men, doesn't chase approval, and is loyal, kind, and caring. The vast majority of women in the West have been ruined by modern feminism to the point where you might never find a woman like this. But there's one option we have that women don't. We can fly overseas and find women elsewhere, and that's an option I think all men should seriously think about. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads, drop a comment, and share it. See you in the next video. Till next time.